Hi there, I'm Yolanda Raska, and I'm here with my pragmatic optimist co-host, Tina Wise.
Hi there.
Say hello again, Tina.
Hi there. I promise to be good today.
Yeah, I heard that, and we'll see. But we're here with Griot Connects, and we are going to welcome a very special guest today. We have an iconic literary. Yeah, she is amazing. I think everybody's going to be completely
Blown away.
Yeah, that part.
Absolutely.
And so it is, drum roll please,
Dun, 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 dun.
Brenda Jackson. Hi, Brenda.
Hello, Yolanda. How are you? And Tina.
Hi.
Yeah, we're doing great. We're really excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
And as you know, Griot Connects is where we are uncovering the story behind the book. So we've got questions for you.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, all sorts of good things, and just dig into what you've been
Absolutely.
doing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I have
what
to
you've
wait
got
my
coming
time.
up.
Okay.
All of that sort of thing. But you're all set and ready to go, right?
I'm all set and ready to go.
Well, let me just jump right in because holy cow, we've got a lot to talk about. Over 30 years of work.
30 years of romance writing. I believe in love. And I love writing about love.
Ooh-wee. You know, that's warm already.
Yeah, that is. because
She
I-
believes in love.
Well, a lot of people don't believe in love.
Who could not believe?
There's a lot of them. Do you watch YouTube?
Well, those people are, I don't know, are they cynical
I
or?
don't even think they're cynical. I don't.
They
think
just
they're-
haven't found the right person.
Exactly.
They
That's
haven't
it.
read one of your novels, Brenda.
Get all the
Therein
it.
lies the rub. Your
Okay.
novels introduce us to romance in a way that is unique to Black folk. I'm going to say it that way. Because what I love about what I saw in your catalog is that these are great stories about people, about their lives and what they're going through and how they connect. And those relationships is what kind of saves the day. The relationship is the hero all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, right?
That's it. That's
Right,
it. You
right.
got it.
Yeah, so when you look back over all of your 30 years of writing, holy cow, the industry has changed quite a bit, right?
Oh, it has. It
In 30
has.
years.
In 30 years, oh gosh, when I look back, it was like hard to find a publisher, a
Was it really?
traditional
Okay.
publisher, because as far as publishers were concerned, Black women didn't read. And
Yeah, there's
Excuse me?
that.
not only that, but that they did not see Black men as being romantic. And because of that, traditional publishers would not take us seriously. And there was the issue of breaking into an already established market that were basically Caucasian driven, and they were not ready. They didn't think
They
the
weren't ready for
readers-
you, huh?
They were not ready for any Black author.
Yeah, but then once they got a taste of that,
She got them ready. Got them ready.
yes. And that's the exciting part about it is that you actually took that leap. You went anyway, even though you had all of those obstacles presented to, right there. But you did it.
Yes.
But you did it. So, I mean, with all of those experiences, what would you say is the biggest challenge, though, that you had to face in that 30-year window?
I think what I had to do was to convince the traditional publishers that Black women could read, that Black men were romantic, that they were not out there using and abusing women.
See, that blows my mind.
And
Wait a minute, they never saw Denzel.
that they saw Denzel,
Child,
but
please,
not-
they ain't never seen Jim Brown. Remember Jim Brown?
Yeah, but see, he was an aberration.
What is that word? Wait a minute, see. Sister Jackson,
Start with.
I had to let you know this one right here. My co-host is smart. This girl got PSAT, SAT, and ACT words all day long. Aberration, what is that?
It means that they considered the Denzels and the whatever to
And-
just be oddities.
Yeah, wasn't the norm.
They weren't.
They were not the
They were
norm.
not
They
the
were an
norm.
aberration.
Right.
Yeah. They were
Okay.
not the
Aberration.
norm.
Aberration? How you spell it?
Oh, come on.
I'm messing with you. So, but, I mean, come on.
Yeah, well.
You can look at them, but they're not a part of actual stories, actual lives. They didn't think they really
No.
existed really
Think
day
of-
to
And
day.
then
No.
think of the stories that they were in. Think of the roles that they played.
Yeah.
You know, when we think of a normal, presenting a normal black life on television, the only person that came close to that was before the Huxtables was Julia, the nurse. Remember?
Oh, I had a
Yeah.
Julia
Diana
doll.
Carroll. You know, so
But she was not married.
right.
You know what?
She was not
She
married.
was not married.
That
She was
was
not
true.
married.
That was true.
She didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, did she have a boyfriend maybe?
I don't remember.
I don't remember her having one.
So was it the Huxtables that was the
Maybe.
family, the first family? No, that wasn't the
No,
first
maybe
family.
Good Times?
Jeffersons. Oh, Good Times.
Yeah, Jefferson, same
So
time
he
frame.
wasn't romantic.
No.
No,
so-
he was a clown,
Mm-hmm.
even though I loved him.
Well, who was romantic on TV back then? I mean,
That's
that's
a really
kind
good
of the bottom
question.
line. That's the
Right.
point.
Right.
We
And
can't
that's the
even think
point.
of one.
And that's the point. They presented to me. In fact, they loved my writing. Traditional publishers loved my writing.
Yeah.
And more than once, I was told, if you make your characters white,
Wow.
we would buy this book in a heartbeat. But as long as they remain black, you will never sell it. And that was off the record by a big major publisher who pulled me aside and said, we would love
Wow.
for you to do this. And that was done with Sandra Kidd. Sandra Kidd is a pioneer, and back in the day, one of the first black authors for Harlequin.
Yes.
And she was only, I'm not going to say aloud, but basically, she only wrote only a few books where her characters were all black.
Mhm.
All her other books, the characters were white.
Because
So
that
they-
was palatable.
Yeah, and that was sellable.
That's fascinating.
That was sellable because
God
they
bless their
felt
hearts.
that they didn't think because black women did not read or bought books, they didn't know who they would sell the books to.
Oh,
And so
golly.
it was a business. And I understood the business
The
because
business side of it, yeah.
I understood the business side of it, their
Right.
way of thinking
Right.
for the business side of it. And our thing was, and I say our because it was like 8 of us who wrote romance novels who were trying to get published, and we formed a sisterhood.
Do you remember who the 8 were?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Come on, tell me, Mama.
Okay, you had basically Margie Walker.
Margie Walker.
You had, she wrote as, Beverly Jenkins, Margie Walker, Ebony Snow. Ebony Snow, she wrote a lot.
You taking us to school today.
Absolutely.
Right? I don't
Betty-
know. I only
Betty
know
Ford.
one of these names so far.
Oh, wow, Betty Ford, she was one.
Okay.
Oh gosh, no, you really.
I know I done called you
Yeah,
out.
you
But that's the
remember
whole
now. I'm-
point is that these are writers who broke the glass ceiling
Right,
for
Anita
us.
Bunkley. It was
They paved the
were-
way.
they
These are
paved
our
the way.
pioneers.
Right. Well, the pioneers, the true pioneers, these were the ones I just named.
Yeah.
They were in the 90s. There were some that came out. Elsie Washington.
Oh, wow.
She came out and that was her real name. She wrote as Rosalind Wells. She is credited with writing the first black romance book in 1984 or 85, I believe.
Oh, thank you for sharing
Yeah,
that.
that's
We have to
incredible.
do a
We
book
are.
review
Yeah,
on that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that book up.
Yeah.
We'll do a book review
For
because we
sure.
do an
Right. It's-
episode where it's
Entwined Destinies was the name of that book.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was Vivian Stevens. She was credited for bringing a lot of us on board that way.
Okay.
She was the first black editor at Harlequin Romance
Yeah.
back in the early 80s. And so she kind of like broke the ceiling for bringing other authors in.
Yeah.
And so she is still alive. She's in her 90s. I think she's 98.
No.
Just as
kidding.
feisty as ever.
I bet.
She lives in Houston, Texas, and she still gives classes on true romance. Because
Wow.
romance have, like you said, evolved, and Vivian wants to keep it true and real
Yes.
to what romance is really all about.
That
Well,
is
you
so
know,
awesome.
The thing that's so exciting about this now is you've now progressed into film.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have.
That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and you
That's a
know,
real evolution.
That's part of why this is so exciting, because not only did you break the mold in terms of writing, now you got some films out here.
Yeah, BET optioned my very first book into film.
Go ahead,
One
BET.
Special Moment. Hi, I am New York Times bestselling author Brenda Jackson, and you are watching Rio Connects. He went to Columbia Film School, and he graduated with a master's from Florida State Film School.
Wow, congratulations. It's in the blood.
Absolutely.
Yes, and my husband basically wanted to know what he could do after 8 years of going to film school, which I thought was crazy. I said, okay, so now if we would have sent him to school to be a doctor, you would want to witness him doing an operation. But he
Lord,
said, no,
that's daddy for
I
you.
understand.
Yeah.
I
You
have
know
Daddy.
them black daddies.
Yeah.
He got to see a ROI.
Yeah, wanting to make sure our money went
was
to
well
good use.
Yes.
So he told him, he said, pick one of your mom's books and make it into a movie. And my son said it cost. And my husband went into his 401k.
I love that.
And he said, your
That's
mom and I will
partnership.
be the executive producers, and we believe in you. And you
Yes.
got to believe in yourself, and we will do this. And because we believed in him, his parents believed in him, the movie was fantastic. And it went on and was picked up by Netflix.
That's a great story,
It's
Mom.
an amazing story. I love it. And
Listen, I want to
wait.
speak to my son
That
from
gives
this
me hope.
platform.
I have one with a
I
film
need to
degree
see.
also. Yeah.
I need
Well,
a great
now
mom
you
story from you, son.
Yeah, but he
That's
has
a
never
great mom
forgotten
story.
it. And now the movie, Truly Everlasting,
Yeah.
is out there because after he filmed
Oh,
it
that's
and
his
all.
as well.
Well, that's the one that he made into the
Okay.
movie.
Okay.
And all I want to do is make it, the proof that he could do it,
Yeah.
and then get my husband money back to put in his 401k. And we accomplished that, and I was through with it by then. So when
Yeah.
Warner Brother called and said,
Wait, she said the big W.
Warner Brother.
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, they right here in the ATL.
wow, well, they wanted to put it in the stores and like Best Buy, Walmart, and
On
a
like a
DVD.
DVD.
It went into DVD. And then somehow Netflix, I got a call from, someone that said Netflix would like to put it on their platform.
Yes.
And I said, sure. And it was on Netflix for 3 years. So,
Wow.
That's
so
a heck
we
of a
went
story.
above and beyond expectations on that.
Thank you, son.
Yeah.
So your son kind of partnered with you to introduce you into the world of film.
Right.
And I think what I love about that story is you kind of funded your own film anyway,
Yes,
since
I
you put him
did.
through school.
Right. Right.
And you went into
investment.
your 401.
And it looks
But
like
you
it paid
invested in
off.
yourself. Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right,
Yeah.
and that is a very powerful story, but it also speaks to your resourcefulness. You know, you cannot have longevity in a career without resourcefulness. You know that,
Absolutely.
Tina.
I do know that. I
Yeah.
do know that.
And I think that's part of the legacy that you are leaving for us, is that
Yeah.
you're showing us how to be relevant for 30 years
That's
in
right.
doing the things that you love and enjoy doing.
And you have to think outside the box. You have to think outside the box. I think one of my things of my 150 books, I've turned down a lot of movies offers because it's not about the movies with me. It's about the books.
Uh-huh.
And unless I can work with them and make the book into the movie by the book, then I'm not interested.
Well, most of the time they're going to buy the book and then
Then they're gonna make
hire
it
another
something
screenwriter,
to do what.
and
Yeah.
it won't
Yeah.
be what you wrote.
Yeah,
And that's why when you want to do it, you do it yourself. So,
yeah.
I was lucky to.
That's the black woman's
you know,
mantra.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You
Yeah.
want it done?
Right. Now, I was able to team with PassionFlix, and they did 3 of my movies. One coming out
Tell us about
next
that.
month. It was wonderful. The filming of the movies were by the book because that's the policy. Romance novels by the book. They expect.
Oh, PassionFlix, that's their MO.
That's their MO. That they take these romance novels.
Okay.
They let
Hats
the
off to you,
authors
PassionFlix.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they're staying true to it.
Staying
true to
true
the
to
book,
it.
and they let the authors have their input. We approve the script and everything.
But that's actually smart and good business too.
Yes, yes.
Because they know that the fans are so loyal, right?
Right.
They're loyal to the characters, they're loyal to the storylines.
Right.
You don't want to
that's
mess with that.
No, I
That's
mean,
the secret sauce.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
And so the books that they did, they are true to the books. The one will be out February the 13th of this month on PassionFlix.
Right
So-
before
Which one?
Valentine's Day.
What's it called?
Oh gosh, A Lover's Vow. It's a
There
murder,
it is.
but it's a murder mystery. And the first one is A Brother's Honor. The second one is A Man's Promise. And the third one is A Lover's Vow. I introduced the mystery, the murder in the first book, but you don't get to see who the actual killer was or are until the third book. In fact, that third book was on Essence in 2013. It was the top 10 best-selling books for Essence. Best-selling
Wow.
books.
Well, I got to testify because I didn't have time in preparation for this episode to read the books, but I did watch them on PassionFlix.
Okay.
And baby, they are good. Tyler Perry, look out.
Watch out.
Yeah, because when my husband and I watched them together.
Oh, okay. All three?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the
The
third
two.
one not out
We
yet.
watched it too, and we had the popcorn, and he had all of the things that he shouldn't be eating with high blood pressure. Shout out to my sweetheart, baby, eat better, please. But it was kind of a movie night, and so we cuddled up on the couch. It was absolutely great because the stories make you want to spoon. Yeah, that's what.
And
You know what I
think
mean?
It's a
You have those-
testament that it engaged a guy.
Yes, he watched both of them all the way to the end. Yes, and he's a guy's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he kept getting closer and closer. I had to go get
I could see
get
that.
some lemonade.
Calm
You can see
down.
that?
Yeah, calm down.
Right.
Trying to watch the movie.
That's what I'm talking about. But my point is, I do want to give you, hats off to you because the story was great.
Thank you.
The acting was fantastic. The work that they did in producing it was really, really well done.
Thank you.
And again, I hadn't read the storyline yet in the book.
I would go back and read the book.
That's
the book will
I am
give
going
you
back.
more detail because you only get
I
2
want some
hours, an
more.
hour and a half of movie time where
Yeah.
the book is more detailed. So go back and read the book.
And I have one request.
Yes.
Can I get a blow-up doll of Jace?
Here she goes. She's always talking about me.
Well, you have to see the movie. The character that she selected, or the actor that she selected for Jace,
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, merchandising is an important part of your brand.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and maybe not a blow-up doll, but maybe, a bobblehead? I'll put a bobblehead
Hey, how
up
about
there
a-
on the
how
dashboard
about a
of Jace,
chair?
that boy. A what?
A chair.
Stop. Go away.
Or a tool on the stool. And you can,
Oh,
all right, I'm
uh-uh.
gonna be good.
Please, you said
I
at
said I
the
was
start
gonna
of the
try to be
episode you
good.
were going to be good
I
today.
did. I said that.
All right. That's
No fun at all.
All right, but the story was amazing.
Yeah.
The way that PassionFlix did it, hats off to them. Please do more. Please
Okay.
do more.
Well, I want to talk about spilling the tea.
All right, spilling the tea, the new John.
That's what I want to talk about.
New John.
Well, how does it feel to have completed your 150th book?
Blessed. Blessed because when I started this writing journey, I was in corporate America. And I did the writing on a dare because I used to entertain my classmates when I was in junior high school with sweet, and y'all probably too young to remember Gidget and Moondoggie.
Oh, I remember
Type
Gidget. the
Gidget and
movies.
Moondoggie
Yeah,
type
yeah,
beach
Sally Fields.
stories, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. And so there was no black Gidget and Moondoggie.
No, there
And
wasn't.
so I decided to
I don't
create
think
my
there's
own.
still one.
Oh,
Well, now
yeah.
there are.
Yeah, so I decided to create my own. and I would write it on notebook paper,
Yes.
and I would write them on the weekends, and I would take them to school. My classmates would meet my bus.
And they would be waiting
waiting for those stories.
Wow.
And after 6 months, and I would always have 2 versions of the same story.
Okay.
And then
Why
I
is
got in trouble for writing the stories
Yeah.
because kids would be in class
Reading the stories.
reading the stories
Yeah.
instead of. So I
Yeah,
got
that's
sent to the.
She's a
I
distractor.
got sent to the office quite a bit because
Did you
I
get
Did you really, Brenda?
because I was the one that writing the story, and they could not tell the kids to not stop reading the stories.
But you
So-
wrote them.
Yeah, but I wrote them, so I got in trouble as well. So I was threatened, and
Oh,
I
my
still wrote
goodness.
my stories.
Shout out to Rains. Was this at Rains?
No, this was at Northwestern, the junior high school.
Oh, at Northwestern, which is the
Junior
feeder
high.
school to Rains.
Okay.
Yeah, the theater.
Do y'all know about Rains? Rains produces, tell them, the
Rains
best
produces
athletes.
the best athletes.
Always
In fact, for a
has.
long time,
Shout out.
they had graduated to go to the NFL more players than any other high school in the nation.
That's
Truth.
incredible.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's really
it was in the
incredible.
cornbread.
Okay, it might have been them stories.
Keeping them running up and down the field.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Oh gosh, but back to spilling the
Spilling the
tea.
tea. Yes, let's
That's my
talk about that.
150th book. My very first book, I introduced the Medeiros family. Nora Roberts had the McGregors.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Howard, and all of these were well-known white best-selling authors. So Nora Roberts had McGregors, Linda Howard had the Mackenzies,
Mm-hmm.
Jude Devereaux and Johanna Lindsay had the Montgomerys. So I was reading those books and I was studying those books, and I said, you know what? Those 4 top authors, they were making millions of monies off their books.
Yes.
I said, it has to be something. The first thing I noticed was that all of their heroes' last name, the families, started with an M.
That's
Really?
interesting.
The McGregors, the Montgomerys, the Mackenzies. So I said my very first series is going to be started with an M. The family was going to be the Medeiros.
The Medeiros.
The Medeiros family of Houston, Texas. They were going to be ranchers. They were going to be a dynasty. And I just thought of that, and that's how I wanted to formulate my books. And right now I'm up to the 24th book. Spilling the Tea is the 24th book in the Medeiros family. I've gone through the sons, the uncles, the cousins,
Everybody has a story.
and the matriarch of the family is Mama Laverne.
Right.
And she liked to be a matchmaker. So everyone wanted to know, after all these years, Mama Laverne's story. I said, well, you're asking me to go back in the 1950s.
Okay.
And they said, well, that's okay.
Oh, that's how far Mama
Yeah.
Laverne goes back.
Yeah, Mama Laverne is 90-something now, okay? She is 90-something
What's
now.
the plot of this story? Because I haven't. You've got to bring me up to speed now.
Well, Mama Laverne is known to be a matchmaker.
Okay.
But now there may be a threat to the family in that a young lady who has lost her memory comes to Houston to try to get her memory back. All she knew is that her parents used to live in Houston.
Okay.
And so, but Mama Laverne see her as a threat to their family, mainly because in helping her get her memory back, she's going to have to expose family secrets. And so she has to make up in her mind whether she wants this young lady to get her memory back
Or
or
spill the tea.
And spilling the tea means I have to go all the way back in the time, back in the 50s, early 50s and 1940s, to basically tell you what is being kept a secret.
Right, right.
So that's what it is.
So you're gonna take us back in
I'm gonna take
time.
you back in time, and then bring you to the future, because
Okay.
one of the
gonna
Medeiros
get this
men
book
has
on the way
their
out.
eye on this young lady. So
Oh, really?
so you're gonna see
That's
really
where the love is
three romances. So you find out how Mama Laverne fell in love and how
She's
her
spilling her
Medeiros
own
man.
tea.
She's spilling her own
She's
tea, and
spilling her
how
own
she's
tea.
keeping secrets, family secrets. lies, scandal, and murder.
Man, this
And
sounds like
a murder.
a series.
This is so
And
good.
a murder. So it's going
Okay.
to be,
Okay.
yeah, it was a labor of love. So, and I enjoyed writing it because Medeiros is, of course,
Yeah,
is
I
my
have to read
favorite
this.
family.
I have
Yeah,
to
I
read
bet.
this.
I bet. And hats off to you for being so observant again, and not just resourceful, but recognizing that sometimes you don't have to carve a new path. You can build on what others have already done.
Right.
And that's what I love about the way you tell how you looked out and you saw best-selling authors and what they were doing and some of the patterns and some of the things that made their
Them
work
work
good.
good.
And then you followed suit,
Right.
and la voila.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And here we
And
are.
they, you know, I attended workshops that they were teaching, and one
Okay.
of the things they said that sold series books, because if you write 5 books and
Uh-huh.
they're connected, brothers, uncles, whatever,
Yeah.
if someone stumbled on the 5th book, but they know, wait a minute, they have brothers, let me go back and get those books too. Those books will always sell. So now you only not made but one sale, they've gone back and
Yes.
they've gotten a 4 before that one. So
Yes.
all my books, or my 150th book, all of those books, all but one is part of a series.
Oh, wow.
It's connected to some series. I have the
Strategy.
Westmorelands.
Absolutely.
I have the Steele family, and because I believe in family, I've come from a big family.
Yeah.
I have family novels, and people love family novels.
Yes. It is
Yeah.
something that we can sink our teeth into.
Well, I think it's probably because we are, for the most part, all part of these large families. That's part of our culture.
Yeah.
Right.
And those of us that don't have it,
Yeah.
you know, it probably helps them figure out what that whole dynamic is.
Looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
We can
right,
see ourselves and we can aspire
right.
To
to
create
something else. I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you for doing that. Well, you're on a great journey. Spilling the tea. Is it out yet? When does it come?
It comes out April the 1st.
It's a coming.
First, okay.
It's a coming.
Pre-orders.
Pre-orders are ready?
Yeah, pre-orders are ready. You can pre-order it. It's going to be in print. It's going to be in hardback and
Yes.
trade size. It's going
Yes.
to be an ebook and audio.
Audio.
And
it's going
audio.
to be read by the
I don't know if I could
sexy
take the
Ron
audio.
Butler.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh,
I don't know if I
Mr.
could take
Butler's
the
on
Ron
there.
Butler is going to read it.
He's
Oh,
going to
boy.
be
He's
talking
going- oh,
about
yeah.
all of the wonderful things going
Yeah.
on from one scene to the next.
With that voice.
With that voice.
With the voice.
With that
Mhm.
voice.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't he win an award?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, he won
recently.
an Audible award.
I thought so. Well,
Yeah.
he's well deserving. Shout out to ya. Yeah, he's amazing. Well, do you have plans to celebrate this
Yes.
great milestone?
Oh gosh, yes I do. Plans are in the works, and we don't have long. We're gonna have a Texas hoedown in Houston, because that's where the family originated. In Houston, Texas.
The Medeiros family story.
The family stories of the Medeiros
Yes.
in Houston. That's where the
Okay.
big ranch is. So,
So
we're
you're going back to Houston?
Yeah, luckily we are going to be doing a cruise out of Galveston, Texas.
A cruise, Tina.
But
Yeah.
but the day before we're going to be in Houston, and we're going to do a Texas hold-down barbecue,
Oh, I have to
line
go to that.
dancing, music. Oh, it's going to be
Great
wonderful.
food.
Great food. It's gonna
Lots
be-
of libations.
Oh yeah.
Line
Yeah.
dancing.
And I'm going to bring in 4 of the Medeiros men.
Okay, so
Four?
Four?
Four of them.
4 of the Medeiros men.
Oh my God, Tina.
you know, I actually have my own cowboy.
Are you
name.
available?
Yep,
I
and you
have
have
to
to
bring
come
two.
dressed as a cowboy or a cowgirl. That's required.
Oh, that's fine.
You got a cowgirl
I have a
hat?
cowboy hat. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and boots
And the
too.
whole thing.
All right, that sounds so much fun. I do want to stick a pin in the fact that this Spilling the Tea is her 150th book.
Yes.
And because it's the 150th, it is such a milestone. There is no other black author or black romance novelist who has written 150 books.
150.
Yeah, so that milestone is historic. I just want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I don't know if I can do 150 of much of anything. It is tenacity, it takes discipline, it takes, strategy and planning. And so for all of that work, just putting in the work for 30 years, I'm calling you a GOAT.
Oh, no.
Baby,
Yeah.
greatest of all time.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, because think about it.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you're not slam dunking, you're not Michael Jordan, right?
No.
But baby, I'm sure you put in a lot of hours
Serena.
to create those characters
Williams.
for us, right?
You know what I mean?
Serena Williams, how
Yeah.
many times she had to hit that ball over the net?
A whole bunch of times.
How many times you had to get to the end of a chapter and figure it out and edit it and re-edit
Oh, you
it?
don't want. I think even before that, the rejections.
That
I had enough rejection letters to plaster this wall in here, all the walls in
That's
here.
a story in and of itself.
Yeah,
And
because
that's why you're one of the
again,
greatest.
oh, thank
Because
you,
you
but
didn't stop.
no, I
didn't
didn't.
stop.
I wanted to prove the naysayers wrong. When they said that black women didn't read, black men were not
That's
romantic.
just worse than
I'm like,
that.
look, I'm married to a romantic guy,
So
and
am I.
every
So
woman,
am
every
I.
woman in
So am
my
I.
family reads. So I don't know where y'all coming from with this. Do your research, but with corporations, it's about the money.
Yes.
Someone took a chance on us.
Yes.
Kensington Publishing took a chance on us, and they let us bring out Arabesque, which was the first official line of black romance books.
Wow.
And as soon as they put them in the stores, women bought them. They could not keep them in the store.
Surprise!
Yes.
But that's my point about underestimating us,
Yes.
right? The reason I feel like we have to celebrate what you have done is because it is not, you will not be the last, right? Somebody coming up behind you.
Yes.
And you are standing out in front, inspiring them and telling them, come on, y'all, come on, you can do it. And that's what we need. We can be what we can see. And that's why I got to put this story out there and tell people, yes, you can write.
And that's why we're doing what we do.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, the story behind the book. Well, Tina, what you got over there?
Well,
Do you have
I
anything
got a little something
What
to
you got
acknowledge
there?
the occasion.
to acknowledge the occasion? We wanted
This is for
to
you.
present you with ta-ta-ta. Please open your
It's too
award.
pretty to
Just open it.
It's
You're
too
like
pretty to
Grandma.
open.
It's too
Just pretend
Just
it's
open
Christmas.
it.
Well, it is your birthday, so you're going to be
It
opening
is
some,
my
I'm sure,
birthday.
all
Okay.
weekend.
Slide
Oh,
it.
gosh.
My mother used to take the wrapping paper and wrap it back up.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
that's not a bad
Nuts.
idea. Okay,
There's a
let me.
little piece of tape on the bottom.
You got to say the wrapping paper at Christmas. Did y'all say the wrapping paper at Christmas? We did.
Oh gosh, let me see.
It was the
There's a
same
little-
little snowman every year on my little
Turn
toys.
it.
Oh,
Right.
turn it this way.
Yeah. There's a piece of tape.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
I
Yeah.
tell you, you making no work over there
I
today.
didn't even think about
I
that.
know.
Good Lord, what in the world? Can we get a full? And it is drum roll.
It's the code.
Oh, it is a good. Oh gosh.
So you never forget that that's who you
Oh,
are.
this is so precious. I'm gonna have to say, I'm very modest. I don't consider myself a go because there are so
We
many
heard.
wonderful, and it's true because there's so many wonderful romance authors out there that I started with.
Yes.
And even before I started, one thing I think is important for romance authors to always give credence to the people that came before them,
Yes.
the authors that came before them, and I told you about the Elsie Washingtons, the Sandra Kitts, and those the pioneers, the one
Yes.
that I consider
You stand on their
pioneer,
shoulders.
and I stand on their shoulders.
Absolutely.
And I would not be here if they had not made a pathway forward for us. So this is wonderful that you ladies think, the GOAT. I have to say that I was the first black author to make the USA Today
Yes.
bestsellers list.
Right.
The first to make the New York Times bestsellers list, both in romance genre.
That part.
See,
But still, even with all of that, for me, it's a joy to spread love
Oh my
in the
goodness.
way of writing.
Yes.
And for me to get something like this,
it's
just for doing something that I believe in, and I really believe in love. I believe everyone has a soulmate. I believe in happy endings.
Yes.
You know, it's just
All that
spread
warm
the
and
love,
fuzzy
and
stuff.
this is wonderful. Thank you.
well.
Thank
we
you.
really want to thank you for what you've done. 150.
A round of applause.
There you go.
Gosh.
So, how's this milestone going to affect this new chapter now?
Oh gosh. You know what I always tell the writers out there, the authors, don't ever be afraid to think outside the box.
Hmm?
Because I thought when
That's
I
great
did
advice.
the movie, I thought outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
I was the first one to try a movie on my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't wait on Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Do it yourself. You know, if that's what it takes, get with other authors. Put your money together. We can do this. Luckily, I had Mr. Jackson who said, get my 401k.
Thank God for a
But,
good
you
man.
know, you have to
I'm
take
trying
a
to tell you.
chance.
I'm
on-
trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Y'all better get you one.
Absolutely.
You know, and you have to believe in yourself and think outside the box.
Yes.
And wanting to do things. I'm going to do a YA book.
That's what I'm so glad
That's
to
what
hear
I was
you
gonna
say
get you
that,
next.
because at the end of the day, yeah, author, adult reading, that's the
Yes.
top down. Those are the parents, right?
The
But
parents.
the bottom up, we have to have young people
Young people
reading,
reading.
right? If they are not reading, guess what? 20 years from now, they will not be writing.
Right.
So the whole trajectory of the literary community hinges
On them reading.
on them reading. It's a linear connection.
Right. And you have to know what they want. You want them to read.
Yes.
When my young men, they're in their 40s now, when they were little boys, they read Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys,
Oh, yeah.
and all of that. So I came up with an idea of introducing a black Nancy Drew.
Oh, I love it.
Finally.
And I thought, okay, now who could this be?
Yeah.
And what I did was pulled from my characters that I write about now. I wrote Unfinished Business about a guy who is in most of my Medeiros books.
Okay.
He's a top private investigator.
Mm-hmm.
And the young lady he married is Christy Medeiros, who's an investigator also. So you know their child is going to have those
Yeah.
instincts. So
Curiosity.
yes, curiosity.
Tenacity. Yep.
Want to have that whodunit
Who
type
done
of
it?
thing.
Yep. Yep.
And she is, and that's Nancy Drew. Without her parents knowing it, at least she thinks.
She's probably solving some of their cases.
She's, oh yes, honey, you ought to see
Wow.
this first case. She's
Uh-huh.
solving. And she has two sidekicks, who parents you also met. One is, she's going to end up marrying one day. But they don't think of girlfriend, boyfriend. He's 17, she's 15.
Okay.
And, they're just best of friends.
Friendly.
They're just friends.
Oh, I
Best
had
of
a
friends.
friend who wanted a little
and
more.
he protects her when she wants to go out because his dad has mystical powers and so does he.
Oh,
So
really? He has
his
powers.
dad, his
That
dad
should be
was
attractive to
introduced
her.
in my book that I'm writing now with mystical powers. So now his son, he passed them on to his son, who has more of those mystical powers.
So it's science fiction as well
Yeah,
as
it's
romance.
a paranormal, a
Oh,
little,
I'm loving
but
this.
it's a little romance,
Afrofuturism.
but they don't, yeah. And I'm writing under a pen name. And the reason being, I'm writing as Lauren Medeiros. That was the heroine in my very first
Spell
book.
it. L-O.
Lorren.
Lauren Medeiros.
She was the heroine in my very first book, Tonight and Forever, and her job was as a children's storyteller.
Uh-huh.
So it just made sense for me
Yes.
to write as Lauren Medeiros. So that's what I'm doing, writing as Lauren Medeiros.
Under that pen name.
And because I don't want the young people to say, Mommy, I want my next Brenda Jackson
Yeah,
book.
that's right.
No, that's the adult book.
Yeah, they
But
can't
Lauren
read. They
Medeiros-
can't really read that.
Yeah.
But they can read this.
Lauren Medeiros. And,
What is the name of the book now?
The Case of the Missing Lion Cub.
The Case of the Missing
Missing
Lion Cub by Lauren Medeiros.
Medeiros, right.
Coming out
May the 6th.
May
the
the
6th.
6th. Get it,
Here.
pre-order it. The Case of the
Missing Lion
the
Cub.
Missing Lion
Yes,
Cub.
someone steals the lion cub from the zoo.
Well, friends and family, thank you guys for joining us. This has been a blast. I can tell you, it's probably one of my favorites, and I think we'll always remember it. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have enjoyed having Brenda Jackson here, the greatest of all time, queen
Of
of romance. Griot Connects. Till next time. See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.
To rise up, we're out here